Social media, and media in general, can have both negative effects and positive effects on children. I believe that media definitely has more of a positive influence on children than we realize. According to education.stateuniversity.com, a research study showed that domains of negative influence by media is violence and aggressive behavior, sexual content, body and self-esteem, physical health, and school performance. Although this article does say that they are negative, I do believe that there is some positive that can come out of those. According to ncbi.nlm.nih.gov, TV can be a very powerful teacher. Sesame Street can be good for toddlers to learn lessons about racial harmony, kindness, cooperation, math, and the alphabet. TV also can show children zoos, museums, history lessons. It can teach them about animals and the reproduction and just animals in general. So I think that is a very positive influence on children, especially at a young age when they sit there and like to see the TV because it's bright and it's just fascinating. To put educating stuff on for them can have a positive effect, especially when they start school. I believe that media can also have very positive effects on your body and your self-esteem, although there are images out there that might make you think that you're not doing as good with your body as they are, or that you don't look as good as they do. You can still take them as an example of, hey, I really want to look like that, and it can make you change your life, the way that you eat, the way that you sleep, the way that you train in the gym, or even you might even start training in the gym. And professional athletes can even change the lives of kids and how hard they work to be where they want to be one day. According to raisingchildren.net, a positive influence that TV has when it creates good quality stories. For example, the treatment of sexuality in Bohemian Rhapsody, gender in Ride Like a Girl, or ethics in a show like The Good Place. These things can help children learn about differences in culture. They can learn about themselves and their sexuality, and they can also take a lot of good life lessons from other TV shows. Alongside with the positive influence for media, if you look on any type of media, you can find fitness coaches, you can find models that you might want to represent yourself like, you can find athletes and famous people that you want to resemble, and that can be a positive influence because they might be a role model to you, especially if there are people who are not a role model to you at all. According to influence of mass media on shaping the lifestyles of children, grades 4 through 6, they decided, it was an article that had research done about 100 students they were placed based on sex, place, residence, and the amount of social media that they use. And the conclusion was that media affected their lifestyles, and they said that the biggest influence were their phones, the internet, and their friends. And I think that's a very positive thing, because if you surround yourself with great friends and you're smart on the internet, or your parents watch you while you're on the internet, and with your phones, you can have the things that surround you can lead you down a right path in life. If you surround yourself around the wrong friends or the wrong type of internet, or doing things that you shouldn't with your phone, it could lead you down a bad hole too. But most parents should be knowledgeable enough to help guide you in the right direction and choose the right people and the right paths. According to Awareness on Influence of Social Media Among Children by Pinky Ruskin, they surveyed kids on if media impacted their future, and 78% said yes, and 22% said no. With that being said, I think the fact that 78% of social media has impacted their future, it can lead to a very positive impact through the change in a lifestyle for fitness, through educating themselves about careers they might want to follow, because they can search on media for all sorts of things about the jobs they want to go into. Examples. According to pediatrics.aapublications.org, social media can help teens accomplish tasks that are important to them offline, such as fundraisers, charity events, volunteering. They can create blogs for ideas that can also spread to their classmates. They can also use blogs for homework or group projects and social interacting in that way. They can also use social interacting to meet new friends. According to familyorbit.com, social media can create a creative environment, and by creative environment they mean when you take pictures and you edit them, and it gives you this sense of creativity that you're doing with your photos. It's not just taking a photo and uploading it. You can create filters, you can change the color, you can make a bunch of different captions, and it brings out the creativeness in a lot of people, that even people who didn't realize they were creative. Social media can also help teens identify safety through the safety measures that are applied to social media, such as passwords and usernames. Some sites reject you from going certain places because they know it's not good for anybody. According to momjunction.com, social media could be used as a source for inspiration. So like I said earlier, inspiration in the gym or for school or for a job. They also say that through media and television and movies, such as Steve Jobs, or broadcasting media such as podcasts, you can learn quite a bit about life, and it can help shape the direction you want to go, or shape your mindset, or the way that you might think about certain things. And they also said that it's very good to be open-minded when on social media, because social media can also change your mind for the better. I do believe that with the correct parenting and the correct environment, social media can have a very great influence on children and their futures.